Yeah, and I think especially like this last year or so in the meta, we've seen like the main army sort of disappear as a concept, right? Now we
Mm.
see a lot of run-bys from Zergs, a lot of Hydra multi-prongs, Lurker multi-prongs. We see a lot of drop-oriented play off the back of Hellion Liberator, which is obviously 2 harassing units. So it's going to be interesting to see how Hulksmash wants to try to seize that momentum away from Ashiro.
That's definitely true. So in the bottom left-hand corner, spawning as the purple Terran, we've got Hulksmash. You know, changed the name to Massive Sails. Don't know why. They have different names everywhere. But yes, this is Hulksmash. And in the top left corner, Ashiro spawning as the light blue Zerg. Now it looks like we're seeing some sort of proxy. It looks like it's just a gasless marine proxy.
Yeah, we see 2 SCVs is probably just a third, so we're going to see 3 barracks up here.
Yeah, at least 3.
How do you feel about this opening? Do you think that and especially about this positioning of the barracks? Do you think this is...
I like this one because this Overlord, like it's actually going to see both of these barracks, but it's going to be like right as it's coming around the corner. So this Overlord, the top Overlord, is actually in a really good spot to see both of these. Yeah,
I think it's a brave play to do it on the first map because you don't get the benefit of checking the Overlord scouting pattern on the replay first, right? A lot of players, that first Overlord comes straight across through this chasm, not across the middle of the map. And the second Overlord of Ashiro is going to spot the proxy racks, and we have to see how he's going to respond to this.
Yeah, definitely. Like the way that I like to do this is you can actually place the barracks right under where the first Overlord goes across to the main. You can throw them there, and you can be extra greedy where you throw them there because you know the second Overlord is going to go like to the third or something. I like to throw them, just like where your third would be on the other side. Now the Marines are going to come. Then they're not going to get this Overlord, I don't think. One Spine is coming down, and a few Lings are on the way, but there's SCVs and Marines already here.
But I think the Spine, and I think this is coming a little bit too late. I mean, yeah, he's going to have to cancel the Spine, but these Lings are going to be out well before a bunker's finished, and he should be able to keep that from going up with the drone ball.
Yeah, definitely. And he did a little bit of own SCV damage there with the Marines. But, I mean, the Marine numbers are starting to gather. I thought there should have been a Spine in the main going down and then just, like, rallying it down the ramp, but...
Yeah, I don't think Ashiro's got the play right here sending in the Lings by themselves. They need the drones and the Queen to tank those Marine shots.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay, got both Queens now. Like, 2 Queens plus these Lings plus the drones should be able to clean this up. I think Hulksmash just needs to, like, move back, waits till he has a much bigger Marine ball. Because there's still no Spine coming down. A 3rd Queen's on its way, but, like... He can probably get like 2 more rounds of Marines before this Spine finishes.
Yeah, and I want to know, what's your opinion on this? Does he have to stay committed to... Oh, he can't believe he's going in here. He's going in while the Spine is still building. The Queens are sitting behind, and there was no cancel there.
Yeah, like there's so much lava at this natural, but just Ashiro is just slowly doesn't have the economy to use it, and there's still so many Marines here, honestly.
Yeah, I think he's going to snowball here. The Terran player, that is, with this Marine count. Like, I don't think the Zerg's like ever going to have enough to stop it. He's let this get too big.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that Queen on the left has not a lot of health. Like even if we just look at the workers, like the Terran's actually up in workers.
So as the Terran player here, do you ever want to look to transition, or are you just you're going to rally these Marines in and you're going to kill them?
I've tried transitions and they don't really work because like your tech's so late, and the Zerg just has banelings at a certain point.
And I think
this is
at this point, Marines up the ramp in the main base.
Yeah, like it was scouted and just like Hulk just pushed on through. Wow.
Strong build.
Yeah, that was a strong build. Like also right at the end of the game, Ashiro finished the game with 300 gas. If that was like 100 gas and 200 extra minerals, that would have been more Lings, more drones, maybe another Queen or 2 Spines or something like that. GG, well played. Map Ashiro. Yeah, that was not what I expected for the first game. Yeah, that was okay.
I have a question for you. I mean, I know you proxy racks a lot. You're a big fan of those aggressive buildings. you know, when you're a proxy racing Zerg, what do you find is the difficult thing to play against, or what do you think is the Zerg's correct reaction?
The Zerg's correct reaction. Like I like them building spines in the main, and then you can walk the spine to the natural, and then it has the full health. Because like the problem with building it at the natural is like you can't transfuse it, but if you build it in the main and then you walk to the natural, as long as it comes up, then you can transfuse that spine. I couldn't start a step, which is okay. I believe so. Wait, Everdream, right?
Yeah, he said Everdream.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. Yeah, okay. Everdream, okay. And I believe they're asking for a different server. Okay.
Do you want to make a bet here, Flame? What is the appropriate thing for me to call you at the moment?
You can call me either George or Flamey, but I'd probably just say George. Yeah.
Giorgio.
Giorgio.
Who do you think will have worse ping? Do you think it's going to be me or you?
What, to Singapore?
Yeah.
I got 266 at the moment.
I'm at 218, so.
Wow.
Yep, US West superiority right there.
Mine was 17, I think. Wait.
They both have better ping. I think they're both closer to SG by the sounds of things.
Finished. Okay. Both players ready. How you going, Oreo? What's happening? I've just got my normal tournament going on at the moment. Yeah, so this is part of the diamond tournament. Wait, go. Okay, I think both players are ready. We'll go into game two. Yeah. Some ZVT. Yeah. We do have a Masters and Above tournament as well. There is only 4 people in that tournament so far. I think you'd destroy everybody. I hope Brood War is treating you well. I know you've been playing that recently. Okay, I'm excited. So that got scouted last game, and it just still went through. So I wonder if Hulks is like, well, am I just going to do the same thing again, even if it gets scouted again? It can still go through.
Yeah, maybe. But I think, best of 3, you've taken the lead with an aggressive build like that. Maybe it's time to, put your macro to the test.
Yeah, definitely.
Or maybe come out with, a tricky 1-base, 2-base timing. At least something that's not quite so all in.
Or you could even do something where you fake the same build you did the first game, but you have like a command center like in base or something. And maybe there's an overreaction for Ashiro now that he's lost 1 game already.
Like 1 barracks out on the map or something like that. Or
like have 1 barracks on the map with the CC in the main, and then like the Overlord will get to the natural, we'll see nothing, and then we'll see the supply depot at the top of the ramp and be like, it's the same thing again. Oh, no, okay.
So it looks like we do have pretty standard openings here out of both players in terms of the barracks and the hatchery timing. And Judge, I want to know what is your favorite build here? What do you think right now, as a Terran, is the strongest sort of opening?
What is the strongest opening? I've had a lot of success with Hellion BC. I think it's relatively safe. If you have good quality scouting, you can see roaches, and then you can quickly get that Banshee out instead. I found that one. There's another one that I've been doing with, it's like a Marine Hellion push, but I feel like a very committal push like that, if the Zerg scouts it, they can react very, very well to it. It depends how much you can deny scouting and things like that as well. Some Zergs will opt for the speed scout, or the Overlord speed, just so they can guarantee the scouting. That's what I found so far. But maybe that's also just at the current league that I'm at, where the BC will force 6 queens to go to it, and then the Hellions can guarantee some damage to be done.
Yeah, I think the Hellion into BC is generally quite a strong build. We see the Reaper into Reactor coming out of Hulksmash. No factory. I'm guessing this looks a little less like Hellions. Well, actually, it's probably looking a lot like Hellions. Actually, should see a factory coming.
Yeah, now this could be like the two medevac drop, or it could be the Hellion Marine push with the medevac, like the Hellbat Marine medevac push. I don't know. So this could be a few different things. This is probably going to be factory tech lab. The tech lab will probably get stim, so it'll probably be a push with like some marine stim, maybe Hellions, maybe not, and some medevacs. It depends if they build the reactor and they swap the reactor over to the starport.
Yeah, the more I'm seeing his SimCity here, the more I'm liking or thinking this is going to be the 2 medevac stim drop. I think this used to be really popular in meta. I think what's powerful about it now is, as a Zerg, you can tend to just presume it's Hellions. So it'll be interesting to see if Ashiro is on point with the scouting, identifies that this is in fact going to be a 2-on-1, and changes up his unit composition accordingly.
Yeah, definitely. Because like whenever I do this build and it's scouted, like the Zerg can react very, very well to it, have just enough units to hold it, and then they can go back to droning. And once that like first pressure is held, especially, it also depends whether the Terran can save a lot of the units as well. Like if all the Marines die, then all of a sudden you can't threaten any damage for a while. It depends whether the medevacs are still live moving around the map, I think. We do see... you go.
Go on. You call it.
I was just going to say that Bangling Nest is coming down now, which will be very important, I think.
Yeah, I think this is... I mean, this Bangling Nest timing feels a little early in the sense that against Hellions, you probably wouldn't... You'd have started maybe a Roach Warren at this time, unless your plan is to really just commit to that Ling Bane, the DRG style, if you will. But with this, he's going to probably be ready for these Marines to show up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would expect to see probably... Okay, another Queen's being built, I think. Yeah.
We do see an armory coming up here for the Terran players. Is this going to be like a Stim Hellbat timing?
Yeah. So this is the Stim Hellbat timing. I've been doing this a bit on stream. It can be very, very strong. It is a little bit weak to like Banelings, but it depends how the Banelings connect as well. If the Zerg just opts just for Ling Queen to hold it, I think this just destroys them. That they need either Roaches or Banelings.
Yeah, and Ashiro's Overlord on the Pervert Pillar at the Natural of Hulksmash did see the units moving across the map, but he's just finished up his Evo chambers, so I hope he sees this attack coming in and builds units, and not he has not seen this. He's still making drones.
Yeah,
and I think he's left this way too late.
Yeah, this is not good. Like the Banelings are here though, but there's just not a lot of other units. There's a fair few Queens there. Maybe it depends on the Baneling connects. I think these drones though, pulling the drones already. If the Banelings connect with the Marines though, no, okay.
I think pulling the drones into Hellbats is generally not the play. I don't know if he wanted to sort of maybe let those Hellbats come a little bit deeper onto creep before he went for links around there, but not quite getting the picks he needed, Ashiro. I think this Terran's push is still very scary. Yeah,
like that one or the two Hellbats at the front tanked like a good 4 or 5 Banelings then. And the focusing of the Banelings down. Now there's one Baneling left. Looks like a lot of these drones are going to go down. More Lings are in production now, but like these Lings are so far behind. Now all the Banelings have been cleaned up. Now there's one Baneling. Oh.
However, it's worth calling out that the Terran player did cut SCV super heavily for this.
That is true. There's no third CC. There's no engineering bay. This is like fairly committal, and there's no. I mean, at least he's producing units behind this, so the production's still going. But he is floating a fair bit of money.
Yeah, and I think that he did a lot of damage, but with that level of committal to this attack, he really needs to be quite lethal here. And I wonder what the Terran player can do with the unit composition he's got to sort of get ahead or stay in this at the moment.
Yeah, like I feel like if these Lings just surround all these Marines and they clean a lot of them up, I think the Zerg's going to be like ahead by quite a significant amount now. There's a few drones being misplaced to the natural. Yeah, still no third. Now we see a transition to mines for Hulksmash. We still don't actually see combat shields as well. So like this is very, very late. We do see productions being added, but there's still no third CC.
Interestingly, in all of that, George, only 8 workers were killed by the
Really?
Terran player.
Really?
So the Zerg's economy is absolutely going gangbusters. He's up 22 workers at the moment,
Yeah.
and I think this Terran player is going to have some miracle mine shots here.
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 liberators on the way, but it's like they would have to sit in a mineral line and be uncontested for a very long time to do anything needed. Now we do have some mines being placed down. They can get really good shots on banelings, but we do have baneling speed. We've got ling speed. We've got 1-1 coming down from the Zerg player. No engineering bay upgrades coming. No third CC still.
Yeah, an idle armory and an idle engineering bay are not strategies to win a long macro game, and I think that's what Hulksmash has to be looking to transition to here. He needs to sort of sit back. I don't think he should be out on the map here at this point.
Yeah.
And maybe hope to look for the, let the Zerg take some really bad trades and give you an opening.
Yeah, true. I definitely think the armory is probably just for the mine cloak and the hellbats, not so much the upgrades. But like still, like there's no like long-term plan, it looks like, and there's some really good bane connects here. There'd be alright mine connects, but there's not a lot of units left, and the Hydras are going to pick up some of these medevacs. GG's cool.
And
wow.
Hulksmash taps out. Wow, that looked super dicey for Ashiro for a moment there. It was looking really nasty with those hellbats between the Nat and the third. But evacuating those drones just in time and...
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, only lost, what, 7 or 8, did you say? Like, there was...
8 drones, yeah, to those hellbats. It looked like a lot more, didn't it?
Yeah, honestly, like the drone pool, trying to defend with drones there, it always comes with like, okay, well, like Ashiro's going to be down a whole heap. You don't want to be defending like hellbats with drones, like
yeah. They hit for no damage and they burn in a big cone. It's like, oh, doesn't look good.
No, it does not look good. Now, what's the third map? Yeah, it's pillars. Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to a decider. That's Pillars of Gold. Yeah, it's an interesting game.
I think you want to pick the Singaporean server.
Ah, shit. Sorry. Yeah, I messed that one up. Pillars of Gold.
It's alright, I just want both players to be, comfortable and happy.
That makes sense. I kind of forgot. Okay, let's cancel out of this. We'll try it again. Okay, all good. Okay, so I'll throw Sharon instead of me, make us both referees. George, did you look at the new maps for StarCraft 3? Oh, for Season 3. I was like, StarCraft 3? I have looked at some of the new maps. I was actually going to go over them with Shockwave. I was going to do them right now, but these two wanted to play a lot earlier, so maybe if... I don't know how long you've got, whether we go over them after these games.
I'm going to play a game on each one of them at least.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, it looks like they're all ready to go. Let's go into the third game between Ashiro versus Hulksmash.
Alright, as we're loading to this game, George, I have an important question for you.
Yeah.
Which is, what is your favourite chocolate in a box of favourites and why is it Turkish Delight?
Turkish Delight's alright. I do like Flakes as well. Flakes like fall apart a bit. Flakes are pretty good.
Flakes are a strong second place, but I don't know how you can get past that like rosewater jelly, man. Even
it
though
is
it's
good.
like,
It is good. It's very different to the other ones as well. I'm watching your stream in school again. Hello, soy sauce. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, no, Turkish delights. I'm assuming you're having some Turkish delights right now. Then, if you've
I am not, but I'm dreaming of them because.
okay.
And here's a fun fact for you: Australian chocolate is significantly better
Then American.
than American chocolate.
Yeah, I heard
Like,
that, and like McDonald's as well. Apparently, McDonald's, and I'm not sure how often you're having McDonald's there, but I heard that it's not to the same standard that Australian McDonald's are.
I have not had McDonald's once since moving to America.
Well, there you go. Well, apparently you're not missing anything.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. That's why I'm avoiding it like the plague.
Okay.
So we are seeing pretty standard openings: a 16 hatch out of Ashiro and a Rax into gas out of Hulksmash. So after the after last game, Hulksmash not deterred by his push being shut down. He wants to go into another macro game. It looks like.
Yeah. Like I'm surprised Hulk hasn't like thought about maybe like the proxy works so well. Maybe I could do the proxy again, but still, yeah, just opting for another macro game.
And so, what would you like to see out of him? I mean, we saw one proxy 4x that just crushed. He had a timing attack that sort of was very committal and all in. Do you want to see something, maybe a fast third CC, maybe more of a harassment build here, or do you think he should stick to his guns?
I don't know. I would hope that Hulk doesn't stick to the same build. Like there's I think the third CC didn't help, but I think also Ashiro is a little bit comfortable in holding that build now. Even though like we did see Ashiro do a whole round of drones when Hulk got there last time, Ashiro still managed to hold. Like I don't think you want to do the same build, especially if this time all of a sudden Ashiro just does a whole round of lings, then the hold's going to be even easier. I don't know. Maybe I'd like to see something else. Maybe BCs. Maybe an earlier third. Maybe actually a third. Yeah, there's a few different things.
Yeah, on pillars, one thing I hate as a Zerg player, one cheeky thing I like to see is the bunker and Reaper at the third base location down here on the low ground. Force your opponent to take that triangle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's also not a 2-1-1 this game. We do see the Fracture coming out a lot quicker here from Hulksmash.
Yep.
So looks a little bit more like we could see the swap here, although we are seeing the Reactor Marines pop out straight away. So
yeah. This is we might see the reactor swapped over for the factory. I don't know. Not sure. What's the Zerg doing? Ashiro's just playing very, very standard macro. There's no like all in coming just yet. I wouldn't be too averse of Ashiro mixing it up a bit. The Reaper almost stopped it, but not quite in time on the grenade. It does look like the factory is being swapped over for the barracks in a second, and the starport is going down.
I don't know my gas timings, but he would want a third gas if he was going BCs, correct?
Probably, I would think so as well. I think we've also have we missed some SCVs production? I don't feel like I feel like there should be more SCVs. I think we've missed a few SCVs.
I think you're probably correct with that.
I don't know 100% sure, but okay. So we see the starport, and I guess we'll find out very shortly if I don't know. Maybe I guess if you're just building Marines and Hellions, maybe you can get a BC. I don't know, but the Overlord's coming in right now. No, it's just a Liberator at the moment. Looks like Liberator, Hellion, and a few Marines.
It's okay, Liberators are a lot less committal. They still do a lot of work, and if you can multitask your opponent with those Hellions, you can get damage done a lot earlier. And early damage tends to be a little bit nicer than later damage, really stifle that Zerg economy early.
That is true.
We just see Shiro playing ultra standard, still sticking on one gas, just churning out drones, getting that queen count, the mineral count up nice and high. We do see a lair. This seems okay timing wise. I see some Zergs either start +1 prior to lair, or alternatively link speed prior to lair, but we do see Ashiro wanting to just go directly into this tech up, which I'm going to guess is going to be for, well, I would have said the muted timing, but he hasn't taken any additional gases yet.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Doesn't even have enough gas to get like a spy when this layer finishes up. There is, I think these 6 Hellions are just going to get surrounded here. It does look like Hulksmash is. Oh no, they're still alive. All those lings are on like no health, but I don't think too many of them are going to actually fall down. It does look like a Hulk is going into mech.
Yeah. One trouble here is that Liberator just came in like once all the Hellions are being cleared out. No stressing of the multitasking there of Ashiro, unfortunately.
Yeah. The scan goes down, probably, presumably to look for a Spire, but there's still no Spire in sight. Still just sitting on 1 gas. And we see bailing speed. We see bailing speed, so like the late gas means that like Spires and Mutas are very, very far off. There's been no upgrades.
So if he takes a 4th base fairly soon, he might be playing that basically the Spireless Infestor Pit into a quick hive play. And relying just on Lingbane and Queens to keep drops at bay and keep the harassment at bay.
Yeah. Blue Flame is coming out. It does look like there's so many Hellions. And there's only 4 Banelings at the moment, so maybe when Blue Flame actually finishes up, there will be a timing for Hulk to actually move across the map. It looks like this Liberator's... Oh no, it's going to go down. I didn't see that Queen just from up above there. But this is 6 Hellions with Blue Flame very shortly. There's 3 more popping out. I would have liked to see all 9, because I think 9 could just destroy... I hope Hulk doesn't go in... Blue Flame is 10 seconds away, although... The more Banelings has just morphed in, and Baneling Speed is just finished at the same time.
We do see the 2 Evo Chambers starting up here for Ashiro. Now, it's going to sound obvious when I say it, but, 6 Blue Flame Hellions do feel like they kill an infinite amount of Lingbane. So, if micro. So we're going to see if Ashiro wants to stick with this Lingbane strategy or does start to tech out of this when he realizes here that Hulksmash is heavy into that mech play.
Yeah, definitely. Double Armory coming down, getting a lot of upgrades. 2 more factories. I thought I saw a Hydralisk Den. Yep, there's a Hydralisk Den with some upgrades coming along. Yeah.
And I think here out of Ashiro, I'd really like to see these Evo Chambers start working, and ideally an Infestation Pit go down and start getting, and maybe a Lurker Den as well. I think stepping from Lingbane for this long directly into Hydra without a big beefy unit like a Lurker, knowing his opponent's going mech, he's asking for himself to get run over, I think.
Yeah, I think once this mech army gets a little bit more going, I think it could do a lot of damage right now, especially if it moves across right now or very, very shortly. There's more and more drones getting built from Ashiro. Some more Banelings, but there's no other tech than Lingbane, and I don't think you can just sit on Lingbane against mech.
Blue Flame Hellions?
Yeah, Blue Flame Hellions. There's a lot of scans going down though, and the scans weren't actually clearing creep as well, so he'll have to scan again if he wants to clear creep. The Hellions could do a lot of damage now, but they're in a little bit of a dangerous spot because the Lings they're trying to do the wraparound.
And I don't mind pulling back here. I think that he really wants to keep these alive, or at least trade them out for a lot of Lings, because this is what is keeping the Zerg at bay.
Yeah, definitely.
We did see Ashiro almost get the wraparound there with the Lings, but the Blue Flame Hellions just burning a path through them too quickly and being able to slide their way out.
Yeah. There is a big SCV pull. There is a Thor and a tank over here. It does not look like those Banelings, I was going to say, are going to do much. Wow. We saw a whole heap of... Okay, there's 3 Banes left, and they're going to run straight into the orbital. Okay, it looks like Hulksmash is moving back out. Does have a fair few Thors now, and some more Hellions on the way.
I'm actually really, really liking Hulksmash's position here. His mech economy is up and running. He should be able to take it forth pretty securely soon. He does have a bunch of idle SCVs at the 3rd. He's fixed that up now. But despite the fact that the Zerg is on 5 bases, his efficiency isn't super high. He's only just now getting Infestation Pit and starting to tech up and really, he hasn't started +1 range for his Hydras. He hasn't started +2 armor or melee, despite having these 2 Evos. He's letting the Terran kind of get ahead in upgrades with a mech army.
Yeah, I think as soon as like as soon as Hulksmash hits 2/2, I feel like there's just going to be a huge timing where like the Zerg's just going to be able to do no damage to any of these units.
Yeah, and I don't mind Ashiro. I think he's got, some good plays here, taking these extra bases. I mean, he's got this big booming economy. I just think that he needs to focus on this tech as well. Like, he's identified his opponent's composition. I'd love to see him, let's get that Lurker Den down. Let's get that Hive up and running. Get some Vipers out. I mean, I think Vipers here are going to be key to beating this big mech army. I don't think you can just Baneling your way to victory from the position he's in.
Yeah, you need the Binding Clouds on the tanks and things like that, and then you can get up close to them.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I mean, for Banelings, they're a great supply unit, but they're not a very cost-efficient unit. And his economy is not much stronger. We do see at the third base are liberated to getting 10 drone kills, actually.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, at the third of the Terran player, we do have the Ling Bane coming in from a huge wide angle.
Yeah, it is a huge surround. But, I don't know, like a lot of those Banelings just like ran into one tank.
There's
still a lot of units
Terran.
left. Yeah, and now we see the Terran have quite a substantial supply lead. Both players have got a little bit of a bank. Ashiro saving up for something, maybe? Okay, Hive is on the way. More upgrades are coming out. Another big wave of drones. I feel like if the Terran attacks right now, Ashiro is not going to have enough units to hold. Now I've almost got +1 completed, where 2/2's now done for the Terran.
Yeah, I bet, Hulksmash here, he's got a one-track mind. He is going to get to 200 mech, I think, before he moves out, regardless of any other timings, which, you know what? That army is damn hard to stop. You need to engage it on the other side of the map first, and then again on yours. But it is going to give Ashiro time to get up some tech units, which might be able to swing the balance back in his favor.
Yeah, definitely. Like a Lurker Den going down now. From what I've seen in the past, Lurkers aren't particularly great against mech, but well, that's what I've found in the past. I'm not sure what your preference on them.
I think they're great. You need to have Vipers and you need to control well, and you have more mobile siege tanks.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The big triple scan. Hulksmash can see half the map right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty huge scan. Yeah, it feels like they oh, okay. The Lings are getting through, but this is a planetary. There's a whole heap of Banelings, but they start connecting, but they don't kill too much. There's still a lot of tanks at the back there. Those tanks are doing a fair amount of damage. The planetary goes down though, which is, I think, Ashiro's main goal there. Sitting on 6 bases against a 3-base Terran.
Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of construction time now that we're buried into for Hulksmash. And this is, I think, where you want to see, hey, next to this third base, we have another command center. With the money he's got, yeah, if he kept that fourth up, I would have said, let's throw down, 2 or 3 more so that, Zerg can snipe these. You're okay. You've also got the mules. You can start losing SCVs to really add more beef to that mech army as though it needed it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there can also be there could be a run by on this left hand side from just Lings here. This is kind of vulnerable. Even if like the Lings get around the SCVs, the tanks will splash damage on top of the SCVs. Yeah, like I feel like Hulksmash can't actually move across the map right now, even though I would say that Hulksmash's army is like huge.
Okay, so but with Hulksmash's 9-10 Hellions here, do you think it should be sending like 4 to this 9 o'clock position for Ashiro, and then like another 4 to this, for lack of a better term, like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock position?
Oh, definitely. Just like both wrapping around the sides of the map. I think that would be very, very strong. But I feel like that also like leaves them a little bit vulnerable to like a huge Ling run by down the middle, because like I feel like the Hellbats are definitely the thing that just controls all the Lings. Like we see Adrenal land just about finishing, and I think Adrenal Lings with like decent upgrades, they don't have as good upgrades as the mech, but if there's no Hellbats there, it's just tanks and Thors against a bunch of Lings, and there wasn't even a planetary before. Now that the planetary is set up, I think it gives Hulksmash a little bit of breathing room to be like, okay, I could potentially move out and just not lose the game.
Absolutely. I mean, like, at the longer, if these Lings stay alive, they will do incredible DPS. We see a humongous surround. We see Hydras winning the fight on the south side, and with the power of the Vipers, we see the Hydras pushing through on the west side of this engagement as well.
But those tanks set up, there's just so many tanks set up there. It's such a well defended position. Even with the binding clouds, they just like you just have to binding cloud so many of them.
And I think this is where you need lurkers. You need lurkers with the range upgrade. You blinding cloud those tanks. You get the lurkers. You just run them in. You burrow them, and they will absolutely decimate.
Yeah, definitely. You're almost playing TVT in that sense. Tanks against tanks.
Actually, yeah. You're using the Raven to disable the tanks and then run your tanks.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. We'll see if these drones get pulled yet. They do get pulled, but I reckon some are going to get picked off. Yeah.
Ashiro just on Hydra Ling Viper at this point in time, and he just needs some beef in his army to really survive this huge tank count.
It looks like there's going to be a big multi-prong here from Ashiro. They're coming from the left, coming from the right, and coming from below. While all the tanks are unsieged. Oh, this could be very, very strong. I think this is like the one shot, and a lot of the mech goes down here. Actually, there's still a few pieces up, but there's 60 Lings in production. There's not a lot of Hellbats left, which is, I think, the main deterrent for the Lings, and there's just these Thors.
Thors and tanks, and I feel like with these reinforcements coming in and getting surrounded by these Zerglings now. Oh, actually, wow. Okay, tanks, very good units.
Yeah.
I feel like Hulksmash really wants to get. I don't know if he's identified that there's a base here in the bottom right. He hasn't seen that yet, but if he knew that was down there, he could really hamstring the economy of the Zerg here. But
yeah, this is like so close. Like there's so many pieces of mech here and not a lot of health. Like there's so many tanks on there's a tank on I can't even see the health. It's so low.
One's on 1 and one's on 4. So
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay, so we see a few more Vipers coming up, but we don't actually see a ground army. So like we can bind in cloud, but we've got three or four Hydras, but that's it. Okay, a few more Hydras coming out. But there's tanks at the back. They just unsieged though. This is a really good opportunity. The binding cloud goes down on the Thors, but not on the tanks. Okay.
And I think the problem here is going to be that even if Ashiro manages to clean up this entire army, the Terran is ahead in economy again.
Yeah, definitely.
With this super strong composition.
Wow, this was such a close game. More Thors being rallied across. Yeah, Hulksmash dropping the mules to probably try and repair. Keep some of these damaged Thors alive. This corrupt is being made.
It's got to be for Broodlords.
Yeah,
Maybe he's
definitely.
thinking he can pull back, build Broodlords in the main. But, you know, those Thors, they switch into that high-impact payload, and those Broodlords do not have a good day.
Yeah, and they'll take some time to morph in, and he's going to lose so many bases in the meantime.
Yeah, and although he's not mining super heavily on these bases, there's a lot of his tech is here. I mean, the Zerg can't afford to lose the tech in these positions without starting to rebuild it yesterday at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know where the hive is, because there's a lair at the natural. I don't know where the hive was. GG's called.
Ashiro taps out. Incredibly good game there by Hulksmash.
Yeah.
Great display of mech